Hello you lovely lot. Week on from the action in the pond. It's cleared up quite a lot actually in the last couple of weeks. It was turning a little bit green and it seems to have just recovered a little bit. Now I've not been out here much, to be honest with you. We've got a bit going on, but weather's not been great, as you can see. So it's been a bit on and off with rain. We've got a nice new, well, not a new patio set, but a second-hand one we've got. We're not able to use it yet because it's been raining all week, well, on and off all week. A bit of a change there, and the koi are doing okay. Not the best actually, but I'll come to that in a minute. But going to the fry, or not so fry, it quickly went, you know, because it's probably acting like a filter, this material. It quickly started going or collecting a bit of muck and stuff, and unfortunately I don't think there is fry going to be. Oh, there is fry. I've just seen, yes, this fry. Oh my god, can't believe it. That has made my pissing day. Sorry, look. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I honestly thought it's not going to happen because the mesh, look, had gone all green, and I thought it's just gone bad. So I'm not going to touch them. Oh my god, because they have got plenty of green stuff in there. Oh my god, look at all the fry. Oh my god, I'm buzzing. Can't believe it. If you can see them. They've literally bogged off, so what I need to do is take this net out now. I'm gonna, not right now, but can't get it to focus now. Try and drop out of it. Crikey, they vanish quick. Oh my god, I can't believe it. So hopefully this net is enough to keep them in, or enough of them in. Well, I was just going to toss that out because it'd been going green, look. I was just going to drag it out, wash it out, and literally, and I shit you not, you've just shared that experience with me of seeing those fry when he unzipped it. So that's 7 days on. Like I say, I'm not doing it for fry. This is just an after effect, or just to see what it's like and experience it. On my last video, what it was to do was so the fish actually spawn. So the males do their bit and the female does hers. And then for me, even if you just take the net out, wash it out, don't have the fry or anything, at least they've gone through a natural process. That's my philosophy anyway. So we'll hopefully prevent, obviously, the chagoi from getting egg bound, because I'm just fearful that if you don't do this type of thing and they don't go through the natural, you know, they might not naturally spur that on in a pond like this that isn't natural at all. There's no natural weeds or stuff in the pond where they can do their natural process. And when I put that in last weekend, they did literally within a couple of days spawn. Shags down there. But what I've noticed is that, well, not just noticed, but I think I've got to test my water. I've got my toolbox out with all my koi stuff in. I've got to test this water because a lot are starting to flash. So I don't know whether we're looking parasites or water. The water has been pretty mucky, so I was planning literally to look at this just see green stuff. Take it out, no sign of fry, wash it out with, you know, tap water with my hose pipe, and then get my hoover out and hoover the pond bottom floor. I normally do it in spring, and then I do it again in summer, twice a year normally, and then that normally keeps it on, because I've been getting there's a lot of debris on the bottom. I've not been feeding them that much, to be fair, especially last week. They've only been getting some food once a day. So water's clearing up, but there's something not right. Because like I say, the koi are flashing. I don't know whether it's changing, you know, conditions, pH, whatever, but I'm going to test my water and take it from there. Take this net out. Oh my god, where have they gone? I hope I haven't spooked them so they've gone and flew through the side of the net, but I think they're just clinging on. So I think without further ado, I'm going to take this out. They're all still eggs on there, but I guess if they are to hatch, I don't know if they would have done already, or, but anyway, I've got fry, and I don't see loads of fry captured on this net or anything, so oops, they look quite viable at the bottom there still. But I don't know, I think for me it makes sense to have that out now, and I don't know, these might be interested. I know you're saying I'm dumping a load of crap in there, but I just think that you're dumping a lot of goodness in there as well. Because koi do like a good forage and mess about and eating eggs and stuff like that. And like I say, it is just a bit of fun experiment. I don't see any fry coming off the net, so that reassures me a little bit that I'm not just dumping them to the wayside like a living creature, so to speak, because that does make me feel a bit soft like that. So there we go, they're still there. Give them a good hose out. I might just discard that and just do it again next year if I want to. And they've got a lot more room in there now. There'll be a bit more flow through of water because the air is there coming through, hitting it. I know it sounds daft, but you can see the water moving about a little bit in there. So I'll leave them like that and leave the algae on the top, because obviously they will eat algae. I've read up and I think you can give them protein such as egg yolk, I think it is. So I'll have to look up that. And you can grow I think is it Daphnia or whatever it is, eggs, get them. So yeah, that's the next phase, because otherwise they won't grow as they should do. But yeah, there you go. So sad as it may be to do that and have fry and have them hatch, it's great, but there is a other side to it, you know, to this type of thing. And like I say, I'm not in it to be breeding koi. I've not got the room or anything like that. It would be nice to, you know, grow, you know, capture them out of there in a week or so and grow them on in my internal pond where it's a little bit warmer and see how they grow, so I can watch them, just see what happens, see what they develop into, things like that. They're not going to be showstopper or anything like that, but you know, what if you got a nice chagoy out of it, for example, you know, or you just don't know, do you? There you go. Well, that was a nice surprise, wasn't it? And that's just started raining, you see. I'll just come out here now just to come and get my pH meter out and test the ammonia and all that stuff, and it started raining. So it's looking like it's going to be just have a coffee and watch the Formula 1 qualifiers, and then hopefully get a break in the weather, and maybe come out in a bit and do that task. Just there, the wind's picking up all of a sudden as well, so we'll just go in and pop his eye on the over the grow on tank. It's a bit noisy in there, the wildflowers, and the bees are doing well. Oh, forgive the fan, guys. There we go. Inside looking good, no dramas. I always come in and always expect to see a bloody fish on the floor, I don't know why. There we go. There's a Karashi guy. Lord, the colour's looking a little bit deeper to me. So there's actually a couple more fish in here now because I got them out my smaller grow on. Here's a Coda Goshki, Coda Showa, Coda. They're all gin rings as well. That's a Tancho. There's a butterfly koi. That's the Coda Achiba. That's a Kohaku that I got with this grow, along with that Sankey. But I think the one that excites me the most in here, that you know, is the Karashi guy. Looks like a dolphin, like a mini like a dolphin. I don't know why. I got in last week and put the airline back on the centre airstone, but it's bloody come off again, so I've had to put my other airstone on, and it's there now. Bit of a bummer, but hey-oh. I'll tell you what I'll do. The Eazypod is ready for a clear out, definitely. I bet. It's been a good week. Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. Look at that. I thought the water looked a little bit more some surface material, but look at that. Wow. That's the first time this is blocked, and to be honest with you, I think I'm going in, this is the second week. So yeah, clogged. So it's raining outside. That will get done. In fact, that will get done now. So what I'll do, turn that off. That should come up. I will put that in there to stop the crap going down. The pump will go off. That is now up, so the valve underneath will go off. That's ready to air on. That's ready to, what we call, bubble and clean. There we go. That's what that's doing. We'll have a look at these. Yeah, look at the muck in there, look. Now, that weren't like that a few days ago. It was really clear. So obviously the pull has reduced. So this is boiling away now. Look, here we go, look at that. So how this works, because the air is in the centre, the air pushes up, so the crap that's stuck up, that's on this outer chamber, the mechanical, can't get through. And then because that's now bubbling and boiling, if you like, it is, let me put the water level up a bit, it's a bit low, because what you want is it just coming over this kind of overflow here. So let me just put there we go. So you see what's happening? You can clearly see what's happening now. All this media and centre is being cleaned. It lifts, there's turbulence, it comes up and it flows to the outer chamber, which you then dump. Look at that. Wow, I've let that go. Just shows you. You take your eye off the ball and life gets the better of you. Things going off and all that jazz. But your filter system can soon be overcome. Wow. Now what I have noticed, because it's not a massive setup, it's 2,000 litres, these obviously hold quite a bit of water. So this clean, dumping off and then maybe filling back up and dumping again, it just drops the water level a really good bit, because it's such a big filter on such a small volume of water, which is good, it's great, I'm not knocking it, but your water levels drop more aggressively. Whereas if this was on obviously 10,000 litres, 5 times more than this, it would probably only be sort of quarter an inch to half an inch, and you won't really notice it, and the water would trickle back in and fill up, so on and so forth. So yeah, there you go, that's how you clean the Eazypod. So you basically keep doing that, and this is obviously doing this sort of thing in the centre chamber, and it's then all the muck's rising, coming out to the outer chamber, and then there is a valve there, and that drains the outer chamber. But what I do, after about 10 minutes of this bubbling and boiling, I drain it, and then I hose it with tap water to get rid of most of the muck. And what I was doing before was opening the bottom drain and let this filling up with tap water again. But I pull it, I'll pull the bottom drain probably to about a quarter, so all the stuff in the pipe gets pulled out. It's only from there to there, so it's only like 3 foot. And then I will start to fill it with tap water. And then I will add, once I've done, give it another boil, drain, open the bottom drain, turn everything else back on, and I'll put some bacteria bacto balls in here. Let's have a look in this one. Here's gone off now. What's going off? So in here I've put another fish in here now. I put a Matsuba in, because as you can see on its head, it's got it was getting what's it called, the secondary bacterial where you're getting the green cotton wool growth. Sap begins with, I think it's S-A-P, I don't know, HG or something, sap in here, something anyway, I can never say it, pronounce it, but that is what is going off in my pond now. So if they get like an injury or a parasitic infection, the secondary thing is that this bacteria in the pond will grow on it, almost like an algae on the actual fish, and it looks like a green cotton wool. So like this one here, the one next to it, look, that one had the scales on its side, which are clean. Took it out of the main pond, it's now in here. This has got salt in this. So I took that one out, so that one is being treated as well. So yeah, I've got some secondary bacterial issues in my main pond, and if I'm honest with you, I think it's probably to do with a bit similar to this. I'm not tending to them as much. I used to, my main pond, every day almost without fail, pull my bottom drain. So I used to turn the bottom drain off, let my mechanical filtration empty, open my bottom drain, let it fill back up so all the muck gets pulled in, close the bottom drain again, drain, hose off all my brushes and things like that, all my mechanical filtration, pressure wash it all off, not pressure wash it, but hose it all off, let that drain, fill up one more time and empty, and then fill up. I used to do that every day without fail, so I used to see it as emptying my toilet. Now obviously I'm not doing that as much. I'm at the minute I'm doing it once a week. So what does that mean? It means you're restoring your pump bottom drain to efficiency, but then instantly, as soon as you've done it, instantly you are back to getting back into inefficiency. So the bottom drain, because there's muck in it, it'll start settling and stuff and things like that, and then it just, because it's not an automatic clean, you've got to manually clean like this. So as you can see, look at that water, absolutely hanging. So if you think, if that's remaining, if your water, you filtered, or the water is passing through that muck all the time, the efficiency is just gradually reducing. So as soon as you've cleaned it, your process of inefficiency has started again. That's it, because the water is gradually, dirty water is gradually going through it, so it immediately is gradually reducing. So if you could constantly clean this, and this is why I suppose drum filters, you know, the mechanical side of it is such a great thing, because you can set your drum to wash so many cycles a day and keep that muck constantly, if you like, going out. Whereas, you know, the likes of us with Eazypods and mechanical manual filtration, you have to do that cleaning yourself. You can get kits for these though, an auto clean which has got a valve on here with a solenoid, and I should imagine a timer, and it just opens up and closes the valve, and obviously the waste, the bottom drain and the waste and everything, just closes it and opens it. But you're looking about £500 for one of them, so yeah, it's quite an extravagance really. So there they are. What I was going to do, I was going to feed them, just chuck them a bit of food in. I just put them this is some this is high protein small food, and it's the actual junior premium. It's really high in protein. Now I know some of you will start jumping at me saying, well, I don't need to give them that, but it's 63%. So I basically use it and throw it in for the smaller fish. But it is warm now, the water, so we'll get away with it. They absolutely love it. But I was using it to when I was growing this on in winter at high temperature at 24 degrees. When this was 24 degrees C, it was going in then, and it worked wonders. Heat, high protein. So I'm just using it now for them, and they seem to be responding well, to be fair. They don't look overly fat, they look in good shape, to be fair. Glad I came in now. The sun has come out again, as you can see. So this would have been a good opportunity to there you go. It is actually still raining, I can feel it. But yeah, this would have been a good time to grab a coffee and do my water test. Nice moments they are. So yeah, I've just given myself a few jobs now. Come back into the land of the living. I've said in some previous videos about my mum. Said she'll So she's got terminal cancer about 6 weeks ago. Well, we confirmed on Wednesday that she has. So she's having chemo on Monday to hopefully prolong her life and subdue symptoms that she's having that's making her life not very good at all. She can't really walk far without getting breathless and stuff like that. So she's got lung cancer, all bad news. I'm just going to blurt that out there. So that's the reason why probably I'm a bit more switched off, as you can imagine. So your mind just overtakes somewhere else. But that's no excuse for, you know, you could call it abusing livestock. It's not, but I'm doing my best and trying to keep a routine going, but these things sometimes take over a bit, don't they? So on that note, thanks for watching. Hope you're all okay. I know there's a koi show this weekend, the BKKS. I went to it last year, really loved it, really enjoyed it. I'm not doing it this year. I'm going to a nephew's get together tomorrow, just to have a get together and a chat, probably a beer or two and a bit of food. Grand Prix on tomorrow as well. So I hope you, if you are going to the BKKS, I hope you enjoy it. It's a fabulous show. Have a great weekend, and you know, see you on the next one. Just as an added little extra, I've cleaned the Eazypod, give it a really good cleaning. Now what I have been doing on one of my other videos, I said what I do is I hold that on that outlet, but actually I found that, if I can get this bugger out, to stop the muck going back into the pond, this actually fits in the centre. And I'll show you now. We'll turn the pump on. See, it got sucked in, and you can see now, see all the muck that is actually getting sucked through that sock. So all of that wood have been going back into the pond and mucking up the pond. So what I'm going to do, I wouldn't advise you do this with something permanently, because otherwise it blocks up quite. I tested this, I left this for a day last week just to see while I was at home last weekend, and it lasted a good day, good 24 hours I would say, but I wouldn't want to be risking it, you know, any longer than that, because otherwise you'll be getting to this point and sucking your pump dry. That is purely at the minute because of the volume of the water. It's just simply not caught up with each other. And it does help if the bottom drain is on. So there we go, you can still see the muck pulling through, look. You can see it. Quite a lot really. So with that, because of the disturbance, what I would probably normally do to limit that, I'll leave it everything on but the pump not on for a good 10-15 minutes while I'm normally hanging about in the greenhouse and stuff, and then let things settle and then turn the pump on. But with this I don't need to, because that's going to be capturing all the muck and not blasting back out this outlet and back into the pond and completely messing up all the water again, and then giving that cycle to settle down again. So yeah, good tip that, guys. You can actually get these off the internet and eBay and Amazon or anywhere really, and what these are socks for reef keeping. So on a reef tank, when the water filters through over the weir, so the water in the actual tank overflows and goes down, it then goes through what they call a sock, and that's what these are. That's what that is, and it fits an absolute treat. Really does sit nicely. That muck going in there, look. Look how much I've saved. So what I'll do now, my hose is bloody burst as well. So I'll put some sodium bisulfate into this to eliminate the chlorine. Or I can use my prime. Does the same thing. That's better because it detoxifies ammonia and nitrite and nitrate. So what I'll probably do is, I think I'll put the prime in. But I've got more fish in. The ammonia was on the higher side last week, so I'll put that in. It's expensive stuff, but it's good. So there you go. The pod is all ready to go again. So I'll leave that in there till it just settles down, and that's it. Jobs are good.